It's been a month since football was played at West Ham, but the memory of that thrilling game against Manchester United has added a real tingle of excitement to their return tonight for this much-postponed fifth-round FA Cup tie. West Ham show one change of face from the team that beat United 2-1 in that league match. Ray Stewart is back at right-back, with George Parris moving over to the left side. But how will West Ham be affected by that long layoff? Manchester United, in comparison, have played 3 games in the month, and they make one change from the team that lost 1-0 at Southampton on Saturday. Norman Whiteside returns after a 2-match suspension, with Jesper Olsen dropping down to sub. And Chris Turner is again selected in goal for United in preference to the England number 2, Gary Bailey. Brian Stevens from Stonehouse in Gloucestershire is the referee tonight. And it's West Ham who kick off in the dark shirts, attacking the goal to the left. And if history repeats itself tonight, the winners of this match will go on to win the Cup at Wembley in May, because on the 3 previous occasions since the war, when United and West Ham have played in the FA Cup, the winners have gone on to lift the trophy in May. McAvenny. Stewart. It'll come all the way to Devonshire. Parris making a run. Came off Strachan. Quickly taken. Parris can try again. Put it behind the forwards, George Parris, for the first threat from West Ham. And still the ball in play. That'll be a free kick. Foul on Jeff Pike. Well, George Parris did well there, got space, but pulled the ball back behind his forwards. Alvin Martin, number 5, has gone forward, so too has Tony Gale. Away by Moran. United under pressure. Parris. Now a ball for Paul McGrath to chase. He's got Stewart coming across. Well, the big United defender caught West Ham cold there. The ball rebounding out of United's half, and number 5, Paul McGrath, on a run. He had Stewart coming across, narrow in the angle, so he had to shoot from that position and put it just over the bar. So the opening minutes and excitement at both ends. And Turner has to be quick off his line to gather. Devonshire. Cottee. Strachan. The Manchester United captain Brian Robson is holding his right shoulder, and what a disappointment this will be for United if he has to go off, because that happened in the league game here a month ago. Well, this is the moment when Robson was injured, coming across to challenge in very much the same position as where he was injured in the league match. And it looks, sadly, as if Brian Robson will play no further part in this match, which is little over 2 minutes old. And the faces of the United management there, Mick Brown and Ron Atkinson, show the anguish. Robson has already missed half the season with injury, and now off right at the start of the match. And United will have to reassemble and reshuffle. So Jesper Olsen comes on for Manchester United. Devonshire. Pike to McAvenny, who's popped up on the left. Parris. Pike showed too much of the ball to Duxbury, who's penalised for his tackle. Well aware, Mike Duxbury, that having reclaimed his place from Gidman, he wants to keep hold of it. Devonshire. Oh, a lovely turn by Cottee. Yes, McAvenny! Frank McAvenny's 21st goal of the season. But he owes it to that wonderful turn by Tony Cottee. Played to him from Devonshire, and he left the United defenders stranded. Just towed it across the 6-yard box, and McAvenny was there to poach and get the touch. Manchester United start the second half, dismayed to learn in the dressing room at half-time that Brian Robson suffered a dislocated shoulder in that innocent collision with Tony Cottee. So once again, they're without their England captain. Whiteside. United will certainly have to play better in this second half if they're to resurrect anything from this fifth-round cup tie. Brian Robson on the left of Ron Atkinson, as we look, a spectator for the rest of the match, and United a goal down. Devonshire, who's running from deep all the time. Stapleton now. Wilson. Very little in the middle at the moment. Always found Stapleton again. Well done, Stapleton. What a good move. United's best moment of the match. Stapleton kept going after he gave that ball to Olsen, and the little Danish international played a lovely ball inside the defenders. Stapleton got there, cut inside the challenge, and it came off Paris eventually to go behind for the corner. Strachan with the corner for United. Tried to find Whiteside at the near post. This is McGrath. Stopped on the line by Parks. Well, McGrath there battling away. He had one go and then another. And Parks down in the sand. Devonshire gets it back from Dickens. Devonshire got free of the defenders. Devonshire! Alan Devonshire is enjoying a magical night, and with England bound for the World Cup in Mexico, I wonder if Bobby Robson might cast his eye back on Devonshire. Capped 9 times in the past, Devonshire, and he's had a marvellous night and a marvellous match. And that shot only just wide of the far post. Devonshire now 30 years of age. Wilson. Ward. So Ray Stewart with the free kick. Both Tony Gale and Alvin Martin have gone forward. It's Alvin Martin. And it's a corner. For is Tony Gale. McAvenny, little back flick header. McAvenny flicking the ball back, always too high, as Turner came off his line behind him. Hughes. Strachan. Oh, a lovely ball. Oh, what a great goal by Frank Stapleton. West Ham caught A terrific cross by Duxbury. Well, Strachan, who knocked that long ball forward, and Duxbury had got behind the defence, cut it back for Stapleton, and look at the tightness of the angle in between the keeper and the post, and although Parks got a hand to it, he couldn't keep it out. So 73 minutes gone, and it's level, 1 goal apiece. Stapleton's 9th goal of the season. Stewart. Cottee. Martin. Ward, who's got free of Ulverston. Well, there've certainly been signs in this second half that United had a much better approach to the game and got themselves reorganised after the loss of Brian Robson. And Ron Atkinson now very agitated, trying to get the message across to players on the field. Hardest part for the manager is that you can't get out there and play it for them. Mark Ward with the free kick. McAvenny! A brilliant stop by Chris Turner. Ward's free kick met perfectly by McAvenny, and Chris Turner flew across to his left to turn it behind for the corner. Away by Olsen, only as far as Hughes. McAvenny to Ward. And another stop. Alvin Martin, who'd gone forward, and this time Turner forced to save to his right. So West Ham's response to that United goal is to immediately go forward and pressurise Turner. Strachan. Harris. Oh, and that's fallen for McAvenny. Ward. Yes, it must be! Alan Dickens behind the defenders. Again, the ball coming from the right, coming from the little man on the wing, Mark Ward. And Alan Dickens getting behind the defenders. Must have thought that he'd scored as he made contact with that, but didn't quite direct it right. Hughes finds Olsen. It's quickly closed down by Stewart. And now Gibson, who's run from the back. Gibson had sprinted from deep in his own half to receive that return ball from Olsen. Forced by the defenders, though, to hit it from a long way out. So 10 minutes remain for these two teams to see if one of them can secure that place in the 6th round. If not, it's a replay at Old Trafford, and that, I'm sure, would favour Manchester United, because they beat West Ham in the 6th round of the FA Cup at Old Trafford 4-2 last season, an occasion when Norman Whiteside scored a hat-trick. And it certainly appears that the fighting spirits of the cup holders, Manchester United, has kept them alive in this year's competition. Outplayed, it must be said, for much of the first half by West Ham, going a goal down after losing their captain Brian Robson so early in the match. And with Mark Hughes a passenger for virtually 3/4 of the game. Already a minute into injury time as the referee glances at his watch. There goes the final whistle, and it's Manchester United who'll celebrate. The West Ham heads are down. McAvenny put them ahead after 25 minutes of the first half. A half in which they looked to have the better of United, but they reorganised themselves at half-time and got the equaliser through Frank Stapleton after 73 minutes. So it's 1 goal apiece, and it's a replay at Old Trafford for the place in the 6th round.